Hi guys, welcome to Gemma B Makes. I'm Gemma and this is my crafty podcast where I talk about all the things that I've been making over the past couple of weeks. As usual, I'm coming to you recording while my little boy James is asleep upstairs. So I like to dive straight in and get chatting about all the things that I've been making. So this week I have been super busy. I have been knitting, crocheting, spinning and sewing. So after the Christmas craziness of trying to make everybody else's presents, January has been very frivolous for me. I have cast on everything that I've wanted to do for such a long time. I cast on all the things that I wanted to make for me and I have loved it so far. I don't think there's been a spare moment in January where I haven't been doing some sort of craft and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to start off by talking about my knitting. So I have been knitting my very own jumper from the Strange Brew book by Tin Can Knits. Now, if you haven't seen this before, this book is absolutely amazing. It is a recipe book basically, and it tells you how to make your very own jumper for your very own size. So you have 3 different weights of yarn. You can use sock weight, DK or Aran weight, I think. And it basically tells you how to make a jumper to fit you using your yarn and how to design your own yoke. So that is what I've been doing. This jumper, which I'm keeping in one of my homemade bags. This was one of my very first bags that I made. It's huge and massive and I love it. I've been designing my own yoke using my own hand spun and my own dyed yarn. So, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to try and do this the very best that I can. I'm so happy with this so far. So, I am a big giant geek and my favourite band of all time are a band called Coheed and Cambria. Now, they're not very well known, but they are my ultimate fave. Now, each of these little motifs represents one of their albums. So there are 7 so far, I think. Let's have a little look. So 1, 2, we've got a dragonfly. I don't know if you can see that very well. I hope this blocks out a little bit because I don't know if I've done my floats too tight. I really hope that they block, but hopefully you can see you've got a dragonfly here. This is the number 4. This is Omega. And I'm halfway through. There's 2 different circle types at the bottom here. There eventually will be little circles with patterns on. I'll show you. This is my book of designing. But oh guys, I'm so happy with this. I'll tell you a little bit more about the yarn. So this is a grey colourway that I've dyed myself. I've called Storm Clouds, and this was the hand spun rainbow gradient that runs throughout. Now, traditionally a yoke on a jumper would stop to split for the sleeves, but because I really want to use every little scrap of my yarn, I've carried it on going from underneath. So I've split for the sleeves and then I've carried on doing designs down into the body. Oh guys, I'm so happy with it. And I just keep knitting. It's what I keep picking up. It's what I keep going for. There was I did go a little wrong up here somewhere. I can't remember where it was, and I did have to rip back, and that was a little bit devastating. But like you can see, it didn't stop me, did it? I've just carried on. So like I say, I hope it blocks out a little better because at the minute it's quite crinkled. I should have given it a little steam really to see what that does. See if it evens it out a little bit, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how it looks, how it's turning out, and the amount of joy it gives me as I'm knitting it on an evening. And I'm losing my stitches. Okay, I've lost my stitch marker. Oh dear. I am using Knit Pro Carbons, which I've got to say, I don't like this where it joins here. I can feel it catching. And I've been told it's not supposed to do that. So maybe I can send my needles back and get a replacement. But yeah, as it is, I really don't like the join where the metal bit joins the carbon. Apparently I have faulty needles, so I'll have to rectify that. But yeah, I'm still carrying on. It's not enough to deter me. I haven't changed my needle, and I have different needles of a different size, so it's not bothered me that much, has it? Because I've not changed them. But yeah, it is a little bit annoying that it catches. I've had to stop working on my jumper on the night time because, as you can see, the purple here and the grey are very, very similar colours. And on an evening, I can't actually tell what I'm doing. So I can only knit on this through the daytime now, because I'm losing the colour contrast on a night time. So it's become my daytime knitting. So I'm really, really happy with it. And hopefully I'll continue with the amount of joy that it is bringing me, and I can show you a little bit more progress next time. But I can't actually believe I've managed to knit a full fingering weight yoke and split for the sleeves and carry on in such a short time, because I've just enjoyed making it so much. So there we go. That is my knitting. And that's, I was going to say that's all I've been knitting, but I'm lying. So because I like to have a project that I can take out and about, I usually take socks. But I don't have any socks cast on at the minute, which is very unlike me. However, I do have avalanche. I do have a project that I started a couple of weeks ago now. In fact, I think I might have shown you. This is it's no particular pattern. So what I've done is I have 2 balls of this absolutely luscious beautifulness. This is Northshire Yarns alpaca, cashmere and silk base. It is beautiful. One of them is called Wise Hearts, and I think the other one is called Lost Jewels. I've got to say I can't remember the other colourway name, and I've lost the tag. This is the tag for Wise Hearts. This is Northshire Yarns. And yeah, the colourway is Wise Hearts. We had a little, when I went to buy this yarn, it was at a trunk show at Yarn Etc. in Harrogate, and we get to go have a little squish around, and you can have a feel about all the different yarns. And we had a little chat, me and Annika of Northshire Yarns, about one of the colourways was inspired by some jewellery she remember her grandma having when she was younger, and she lost the jewellery, and it's her memory of those jewels. Now I'm sure it was this one, but it might have been this one. I can't remember, but I think it's called Lost Jewels. I'll have to ask her, sorry. But this is what I've done with it. So what I've done is I've provisionally cast on about 100 stitches, just in some waste yarn, and I've just started knitting stockinette and changing whenever I feel like it. So and then evenly doing each colour. So I started in the pink and I knit until I fancied changing, and then I counted how many rows I'd done, and that's how many rows I knit in the grey multicolour. And so far it's really quite enjoyable. Eventually I'm going to just keep knitting and knitting and knitting, alternating the different colours until it's all gone, and then I'll graft them back together, the live stitches together, and it should double wrap as a cowl. It'll be double thickness, super soft, super warm, so luxuriously soft. It's I don't think I'll ever be able to describe how soft this is. You need to buy some, you need to squish it. You don't need to buy it, but you do need to squish it. Yeah, and I'm just going to really looking forward to when it's finished, and I'm really enjoying the colours. So yeah, that is my take it out knit when I'm chatting, take it on the bus, go to a soft play kind of knitting. When I'm watching TV, when I have to concentrate on the TV, because I can actually knit without really concentrating too much on it. The yarn is very slippery. I'm knitting these on, I want to say Leica, these needles. I'm enjoying these quite a bit. I do like these needles, but again, they're not catching it. But this little tiny hole where you put the little key to tighten it up has got a little, I can feel it catching. You see that? Again, so I'm catching, and because it's a very silky, soft yarn, it does catch as I'm pushing along, and I can feel it do that. But that's nothing to do with the actual needle. That's the wire that I've got it on. So again, I could just change it, but I haven't, so it's not annoying me that much, is it? But I do like these needles. Yeah, Leica. I picked these up at Yarndale and I'm enjoying those. So that's my knitting. That's what I've been doing. I'll pop that all back again. Again, that is in one of my homemade project bags. That has got a couple of little faults on it, so I've kept them to myself. So that's all the knitting that I've been doing. I have been crocheting. So my crochet has been kept in again. Another one of my little homemade bags is where I keep all my pins that I've collected. The crochet that I've been doing is the Mystery Crochet Along by the Crochet Project. This is the Holbrook Hills, which started on Boxing Day. Now, I must admit, I think Clue 5 got released yesterday, and I am not even halfway through Clue 2 because I have just enjoyed knitting on my jumper so much that I've not really picked up any crochet. But let me show you what I have done. This is crocheted, sorry, so it's getting quite long. It is crocheted in Coop Knits Sock-Yeah, and this is the Beryl colourway, and the bottom one here is Low Light. The colour in the middle is again Northshire Yarns, her alpaca, silk and cashmere base in the November Rain colour. And this is Beryl and Low Light together. I thought it was a really nice match. I did, however, pick this up again. A couple of nights ago I went to go meet some friends that have started a crochet group. Instead of a knit night, it was a crochet night, and I thought I need to go to this so I can pick up my crochet again. And as soon as I picked it up, I remembered why I love doing the mystery crochet alongs. I really am enjoying it. There's lots of crochet through the back loop, which can get a little fiddly, so it's not going as fast as my as crochet normally does for me, because I had, not so much as a concentrate, but I have to look what I'm doing, so it's not a sit down and watch TV kind of thing. I have to be able to concentrate on it, chat with friends kind of thing. But it was nice to pick it up again and carry on, and seeing people's online pictures of the things that they've obviously kept up with the clues, and seeing their finished products. They look really, really nice and really, really wearable. So I'm looking forward to having this finished. I think, I mean, I'm not going to be finished by, well, Clue 5 has just been released, so I'm clearly not up to date, but I will carry on doing it because I do, it is going to feel really, really soft. Looking at people's pictures, I do kind of wish that I'd picked this one as one of the more prominent colours, just because it's going to be wrapped around and it will be more soft. But I like the look. I like the look. I'm not going to pull it out. I think it's going to look lovely when it's finished. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that is the crochet that I've been doing. I have also been spinning like a crazy lady because it is Spinuary. This is a little something we took part in last year. Just a few friends over on Instagram, Mel Brown of Mel Brown's Crafting Podcast, being one of the main people to follow along with us. Yeah, and it was just a small challenge to yourself, spin every day in January. I've got to say, I haven't spun every day, but I've spun nearly every day. Because for Christmas, I got an e-spinner. So this little guy is the electric eel wheel, Nano, and it is cutie patootie. Now, I dyed myself some BFL. I dyed the BFL and then broke it into two. So this is one half, there's a little bit hanging off of here. This is the other one for the other bobbin, and then I'm going to apply them both together. But I've really enjoyed spinning on this. It's coming out quite a fuzzy little halo. It's really soft, soft wool. So that's going to be really fun when it's finished. And this is so portable. I've been taking this to our regular meetups. We meet in Armley Mills Museum in Leeds on a Wednesday from 10 till 2 if anybody would like to join us. And this was so much easier just to pop it. I can literally just pop it in my bag rather than trying to carry on my wheel. So I also take James with me. So I've really enjoyed doing this. But that doesn't mean that I've given up on my wheel as well. I've still been spinning on my wheel and my drop spindle. So I had this yarn on my drop spindle for a while now, and I finished spinning it, and then I applied it using the electric eel wheel, just to have a turn, just to have a little go at the plying, and that worked out really well. I can't actually remember what fibre this is. Oh, it was from John Arbon, and it was a bag of broken tops that I dyed myself. So I think it's a blue face Exmoor with a bit of Wensleydale in it, I think. But that's turned out really nice. So I finished that. Most of it was already spun on the drop spindle. Like I said, I finished plying it on my wheel. And then I've also been spinning on my Ashford Traditional. And I've been spinning this beautiful mustard colour that I picked up from John Arbon at Yarndale this year. This is my first bobbin, and I am also halfway through the next bobbin using, and this is all I have left to go, and this is turning out to be one of the softest. It's so lush, it's so nice. I'm really enjoying spinning at the minute. I think I've got to say, Tour de Fleece whenever it was, June, July, killed spinning at home for me. I still enjoy going to Armley Mills and spinning on a Wednesday, but that was the only time I'd do it really. I think the challenge of spinning so much so long kind of spoiled it a little bit, and I don't think I'm going to do it again. I'm saying that I'm doing Spinuary, but I think it's because I'm so excited because I have new fibre. I got the new wheel. So although I'm saying Spinuary, I've not tied myself to making sure that I spin every day. There's been a few days that I haven't done it, and I'm not really being bothered by that. It's just been a fun thing to take part in, and I've spun most nights. Now that I can't do the purple with my jumper, I've started spinning a little bit more. But yeah, this is so nice. It's so lush. And then I have 3 more colours that kind of go in tandem with this one. that I'm hoping to spin enough to make myself a jumper later on in the year. We shall see. But at the minute, I am loving it. I'm loving spinning. It's really, really fun. Okay, what else have I been doing? I've been sewing. So, oh my God, you can hit me if you want. I want to show you my jumper. Oh. This, I don't know if you're going to be able to see much of this. Let's have a little look. Okay, this is my Julia jumper by Sew Me Something. So this is the pattern. This was one of the quickest things I think I've ever made. I cut it out in one evening in an hour. When I had an hour, I cut it out, and I sewed it up the next night in about an hour. It was absolutely lovely, super quick. This material is it's a jersey jacquard, and it is so super snuggly soft. It's really, really warm, but to actually touch it and feel it, you could actually give it a stroke. It's lovely. I picked this up at the Harrogate Knitting and Stitching Show from Higgs and Higgs. They had loads and loads of different colours, and I think I still have a little bit of Christmas money left. I think I'm going to pick myself up some more of this material because it really, really is lovely. So this, I'm going to see if I can do a little show and tell. It's really quite a big jumper. Now, I made the size according to my body measurements. I measured my bust, my waist and hips. I thought I better go with my bust because I am quite busty. And the size that I've made is massive. Now it is a big boxy jumper. That is the style. It's a big box. However, it does drown me a little bit. But it's really, really comfy. It's a kind of everyday throw it on kind of jumper, but it does look a little bit big when I've got it on. But when you're at home, it's going to be my come home and throw it on kind of jumper. I do wish a little bit that I had probably done a twirl. That way I wouldn't have used such an expensive material for something that is just a throw on at home kind of jumper. I wanted to be able to wear it every day out and about. I don't think I'll feel comfortable wearing it out and about because it is so big. It's massive. It really is massive. But a comfy at home slobbing around kind of jumper. I want to buy some more of the material. I think I'm going to make myself some Freya tops from Tilly and the Buttons, because I think I've already made the Freya, and I wear it whenever it's clean. I wear it, I wash it, I wear it again. So although this was, I think I need to make myself another one of these, maybe 2 sizes smaller, just because it is such a boxy top. I think it's because I've never wore anything so boxy. This is what I'm wearing at the minute is the Zweig by Caitlin Hunter, and this blocked out big, and this is probably the baggiest jumper that I wear. And this is about as much as I like it. It's quite roomy. Everything else I wear is quite form-fitting really. So to have something so big and so wide, it's it's just a little bit different really. It's just something that I've not worn before. But when you look at the line drawing, it is quite clearly a big giant boxy jumper. So I don't know why I was expecting anything else. It's just that I probably should have tried on the sample and done a twirl. You live, you learn. But that is everything that I've been making, guys. I say everything. I am really happy with the amount of things that I've been doing. Like I say, I have just been crafting every spare minute that I've had, because I've really enjoyed it. It's been pleasurable again, rather than a forced kind of, oh, I've got to, time limits. I can't stand the time limits. And the last minute making, everything felt a little bit rushed. In fact, I'm going to show you my sister. I made my sister's handbags for Christmas, and my sister's brought this one back because the handle's a little bit too long. Again, because I was probably rushing. It's quite a lot long, like I need to take it off by about this much. But these are the bags that I made, and I thought while I've got it here I could show you. So this is out of some woolen tweed and some cotton drill that was left over from making my coat. I put in a little zip, and it's all lined with some Indian silk. And I thought they were just really nice. I was really happy with how they turned out. I put a little bit of leather work on, and did I did two different types of handles. I did a leather handle for my other sister, and this one is an over the shoulder. She is a lot shorter than me and needs it taken in by quite a lot, but I thought I'd show you while it's here. That was one of the little bags that I made. That's your lot, guys, I think. I mean, I babbled quite a bit, but I've talked about everything that I've been making. Hopefully my joy of all the crafting will stay at its peak, because I'm really loving crafts right now. I love the knitting, I love crochet, I love spinning, and really enjoy sewing everything. I found a new social group really local to me, that do a meetup every first and third Sunday of the month, from 12 till 5. I'm not going to be able to go every month, but I went in January just to go see what it was like, go meet everybody, and there was such a lovely bunch. Everybody made me feel really welcome straight away. Everybody was doing different projects. The lady that runs it, she likes to run a project on the third Sunday. So for those that are inclined, you don't have to do it, but she will run a project of how to make something. So I think they're making a messenger bag this month, and they made a quick tote last week. So it's really nice to go and meet them. When I went, I wanted to make this, the jumper. That was my plan. I was going to take the things to do this, but I wanted to have everything kind of cut out and ready to go, and I didn't do it in time. So what I did was take some of my scraps and made some quilt blocks. I don't have them to show you. I can't remember which ones I made either. But yeah, so I have been doing a tiny little bit of making some quilt blocks as well. So eventually, when the time comes, I might eventually have a quilt. Oh my gosh. In many moons to come, because I have to admit they are not my favourite things to make. I've not done very many of them. I think about 15 little blocks, and I don't think it's for me. I like a quick satisfaction of having something ready and there and done, and quilting is not quick. So, but I'll show you maybe if I've done a few more, I'll show you what I've been doing. So, but that was really nice, because I've got to find a new sewing group of people like-minded, and there was a few people there doing their crochet, a few people doing a bit of knitting as well. So that was really nice. I found another group of like-minded people that I can go and enjoy some time with, and I'm going to really try and get there each month, at least once a month. They meet twice a month, but I'm going to try and go at least once. I'm not going to be able to go in February already, because it's my grandma's birthday. So my grandma is turning 92 in a couple of weeks. I don't know if I mentioned this before she was a little bit ill over Christmas. So we spent a little bit of time in and out of hospital. She's much better now. And we're going out for pizza for her birthday because that's what she wants to do. But her birthday falls on the day of the sewing day, so I can't begrudge the lady, she's 92. We're going for pizza instead of sewing, but that's fine. I'll catch them next month, so that's really good. Okay guys, I am going to sign off for this time. I'm going to say goodbye, and I really hope you have some lovely crafty time. Make sure you cast on something beautiful and frivolous, and something that you've been wanting to do for the longest time but haven't, because you've had all these giant obligations that you've been doing. Well, just sod those obligations and cast on something beautiful. Okay guys, I will see you later. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. See you later. Bye.